All right, so the big game happened last week. There was a 30-second spot that Marvel showed, but there are 3 shows that tie into the MCU. Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and Loki. 2 of them are going to premiere later on this year. 1 of them is going to premiere next year. So you're probably wondering what those are about.
Yes, I am very confused.
That's fine. I got you. There's going to be shows that are considered canon to the MCU. The first show that's coming out, Falcon and Winter Soldier, it takes place after the events of Endgame, obviously, when Captain America gives Falcon his shield and he takes the reins of being the new Captain America, but not officially. Because apparently Anthony Mackie was on a red carpet for something, and someone asked him, like, what's it like being Captain America now? And he was like,
I'm not Captain America. Just because he told me to hold his shield, that don't mean he didn't say you're Captain America now.
Plus the show's called Falcon and Winter Soldier, so obviously he's not Captain America yet. But the show is about the government not wanting Falcon to be the new Captain America, quote unquote. So they try to manufacture their own Captain America. They get some guy who I'm assuming probably is involved in the military, and they give him a suit, and he's going to be called the U.S. agent. Get it, like USA gent? It's a pun.
Yeah, clever.
So I guess they're going to take the shield away from Falcon somehow and give it to this guy, and everyone's going to like have to be forced to love him. I don't really know how that's going to work. I think the government doesn't want him to be Captain America for the fact that he didn't sign the Accords. And also Bucky used to be a villain to the world, basically, because he was mind controlled. That wasn't his fault. You can't really hold that against him. The villain of the show, besides, I guess, the government, is going to be Baron Zemo. He's back. He was the guy that was in Civil War that was making the Avengers fall apart. He was the guy with the little book who was saying all those weird code phrases to make Bucky freak out. Yeah.
And the purple
yeah, the December 21st, 1980, whatever.
December 16, 1991.
Yeah, he is going to be back. Sharon Carter is going to be back. She was the blonde lady who showed up in Winter Soldier, and she was a thing with Steve, I guess, technically, and then not again.
A little fling.
And then never again, because he decided to go back in time and marry her aunt. Anyways, I basically just assume the show is going to be about Falcon and Winter Soldier trying to stop Baron Zemo from whatever it is that he's trying to pull, while the government is trying to meddle and stop them from being, productive. The next show is called WandaVision, which it seems like it's going to be a wild ride. It seems like it's going to be very trippy and weird.
This is the one that I'm super confused about. She went through like 10 different time periods.
Yeah. So there's not really a lot out about this one. My guess basically is that after all the stuff that happened with Endgame and how
you took everything from me.
I don't even know who you are.
Thanos kind of, killed her robot boyfriend. And now she's kind of by herself, more or less, because she has no brother and no robot boyfriend. She kind of decides to cope because she's struggling to deal with the fact that the people that she loved are gone. So I think because she's all depressed and stuff, she's going to create a reality where things could have played out differently if Vision was still around. And since she's not from America, I'm assuming since she was from Sokovia, she probably had reruns from syndicated television sitcoms. So she's trying, in her head, she's basically trying to take things from she's seen from shows like I Love Lucy and Full House and Family Matters, I guess, some other shows from various sitcoms like Roseanne, stuff like that, and kind of just picture in her brain how things could have gone, while there's also some other stuff going on the surface, because it's not going to just be her in her brain or her in her mind space living out these scenarios. There's going to be actual plot as well. But yeah, she's shown to be going through different stages of pregnancy as well, so she'll probably end up having the 2 twins that Scarlet Witch and the Vision end up having in the comic books, and there's a whole spiel about them, but we will cover that at a later date because this is just an overview, and we will do more in-depth videos about them later. Darcy from Thor is going to show up again. She was the comic relief scientist character that Kat Dennings played. The Asian.
Oh yeah, back in Thor. Yeah.
Yeah, the Asian cop from Ant-Man 2 is going to show up. The guy that was making sure the Scots stayed on house arrest.
Oh yeah, from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, which is weird because he shows up at the end of Aquaman, so I don't know how that's going to work. Anyways, Monica Rambeau, she was Did you see Captain Marvel? Well, I'm assuming you did see Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she's Carol's best friend or whatever.
No, that was her daughter is Monica Rambeau. So the little girl that Carol hangs out with in the 90s, she's going to be fully grown up now and probably with power. The last show that was shown off, it was very brief because they haven't really shot much of it yet, is Loki. And people are probably wondering, how does Loki get a TV show? Thanos kind of choked him out and he no longer is alive. But
he did.
Yeah, but if you remember, in that one scene during Endgame when they were trying to get the Tesseract and the Scepter from the first Avengers movie when they went back in time, the Tesseract gets dropped and Loki grabs it and kind of just gets out of there. So basically the show is going to be about Loki allegedly jumping through space and time, a kind of a Doctor Who situation. Time travel, going to different places, possibly different planets, going on adventures, maybe they'll be companions, just like that.
Don't worry about the future. The future's really safe. Really, really safe. Sleep well.
In the spot, when he was sitting there talking about how he's going to burn the place to the ground because he's still evil Loki, he's wearing what looks like a prison outfit that has a TV and an A on it. And that stands for the Time Variance Authority. And the Time Variance Authority are basically like the time police.
He's in trouble.
Yep. So he probably meddled with some stuff that he shouldn't have. He's going to get reprimanded for it. And apparently Owen Wilson's going to be in the show. So that's interesting. Wow.
As who?
I don't know.
He
just got cast for the show. So
okay.
Yeah. But I have no idea what Loki could be about. I'm assuming he's just going to meddle with time for the sake of... Well, I don't really know why he would, because he doesn't really have a purpose outside of trying to be better than Thor and also serving Thanos. And if he's not doing either of those, I don't know.
Could he be trying to get back home, maybe?
To Asgard?
Yeah.
He would probably know how to do that, though. Because remember they used the Tesseract to get to Asgard at the end of Avengers? So I don't know. Maybe he just decides to... who knows?
Who's to say?
It'll probably be fun, though. Maybe we'll see other versions of Loki that have been in the comic books, like a kid Loki. Maybe we'll see female Loki, because Loki, since he's the god, he can do that. So, who knows? Only time will tell.